What's the worst that can happen? You create a YouTube, post videos. What's the worst that could happen? Okay? Well, there's many things that could happen. I want you to understand that anybody who's thinking about doing YouTube in any way, any form or fashion, if you are thinking about coming on and being a creator, I just hope that you have a job that allows you to say whatever is on your mind, because that's what YouTube will do. You might find something interesting, you say something, and then your boss sees it and says, hey, we don't like what you stand for, therefore you're fired. And that could happen to anybody. And I feel like people don't take these things into consideration when doing these things. Because guys got to understand, they have systems in place. Do you think that your boss has the time to scroll through the social media feeds and see if any of the employees, and sit there and type in their real names and see if any of the employees are on social media and what they're posting? No, they have no time for that. But they have systems in place, especially with AI, that can find you instantly by using your biometric scan, which is your face. Even if you've never been biometrically scanned, and what I mean by that is even if you've never sat in a machine and had something scan your entire face, when you walk into whatever building you work at, they have well-equipped cameras, especially if it's a big company, that have that biometric scan already. They can just match that to something called the internet, and that will cross-reference everything you've ever been in, like that. Anything that's available online is able to be seen by anybody. That's how you get people who post a video today and get in trouble for it 2-3 days later, because the system is always checking. A person will go on, okay, Julia from accounting, yeah, she's good. Okay, Robert from telemarketing, yep, he's good. You think, yeah, that if they did it that way still, then you would have to really blow up on the internet for them to even know you're there. But with the systems in place, they can literally look your name up, look your face up, look your likeness up, and find you. Especially if you're a big creator, and especially if you're a small creator. So if you're a person who likes to express your opinion with no controlled script, they will look at you and they will find you. And if they see something that they don't like, which is something that they'll flag, they'll just type all the random words into this little thing and they'll come up with anything that could be flagged. Then a real person will go and review these things and see if your values stand with the company that you're working for's values. That's how people get fired. That's how people end up in offices and they want to make their own videos and it goes viral. But then there's your moment. Your moment in time is you complaining about how you got fired from your job. And after that's over, no one truly cares once the story is fully out. Once you've told everything you could tell about that story, no one cares about you. Why do you think that Haley girl, the Haktua girl, why do you think that they had to get her into something? Because they knew that her fame would be over. As soon as no one thought it was funny anymore, it would be over. So they're like, all right, let's really dial into this. By one of the biggest trolls in the world, which is Jake Paul. He knows how to dial it in. He's gonna make money, he's gonna make revenues. He's already signed the deals with the sponsorships. He's already getting everything in. He's already setting it in place. He's all right, cool. She's a cutesy looking Southern girl, blonde hair, kind of relatable. She talks, she speaks. Boom, I can make a star out of her. Now, what he meant is not an actual star, but like, you know, a star enough to make money off of until the show is over, okay? No, I mean, it's really unpredictable on how far Talk to a podcast is really gonna go. It's a thing that they can't put out too many episodes because of the fact that it'll get burnt out really quick, you know? But they're doing what they do. So understand that once you have a moment in time on the internet, you need to transition into something more that is still along the lines of why we love you, but it has to be fully acceptable. So think about Drake when he was, you know, Jimmy in a wheelchair. Like, how do you transition from Jimmy in the wheelchair to a rapper, right? Like, but he did it perfectly. He made you love the songs, and he was talented. So he made you love the songs and the work and all that stuff, and got with the right team that was already popping and made it happen. So that's how you could transition yourself. So yourself, if you have an option to be able to collaborate with any type of bigger YouTuber, you should do that. Always. No matter where they're at in the world, get your stuff together. It's time to go get paid. A lot of the times these YouTubers will just pay you to come out if it's worth it to them, or they'll come to you if it's really worth it to them, because you got to understand, these people love fresh blood, as we say. That's why you see somebody in the music industry barely come out and one of the biggest artists wants to work with them, because fresh blood is in the water and they know that you're going to fizzle out soon enough. So they want to take advantage of it enough to steal a little bit of your shine. And I learned this when I was getting posted on WorldStar. My first time getting posted on WorldStar, I got almost 10,000 followers. All of a sudden, I had people that I looked up on the internet before in my DMs like, hey man, what's up? How are you? Yeah, like, not to collaborate, to do a post for post. That's what we were doing back then. So they're like, hey, you want to do a post for post? I posted on your page, you posted on mine. Now, if you took up their offer a week later, they would not do it, because they see all the fresh followers coming in, and they know what that means, because they know you're a smaller account, so the lights have been turned on green, and all these people are filtering into your page, will see your last post and filter right back out to that person's page. So they end up growing a lot of followers just by doing it. They have old followers. Old followers are their own cult followers. Yeah, sure, they may go over here and follow you too, but those people are never going to engage just to inflate your numbers. That's all that is. And every time, I got posted on there 7 times, and 7 different influencers hit me up. They're well bigger than my page. Makes no sense why they're hitting me up. I'm below 20K. They're well over 100,000 followers. And then that's what they've been doing this whole time. They're like, they're clout vampires. And that's what YouTube is littered with. But YouTube has more of a community. It's not just, I want to use you for something, but like, I want to really dig deep with you and really come up with something that could make sense for both of us. It's not just them thinking about themselves. That's what I love about YouTube. That's why when someone blows up, like right now, if my channel blew up today, a lot of people would be like, oh, let's break down what Daryl Chat's doing, how he was able to do this, and why it feels so brand new, and blah, 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 blah. They would not watch any of the stories. They'd watch a few of the videos and be like, all right, got the gist of it. Let me go do my own video now, put their name in the title, because your name is trending right now. So a lot of the people that I've watched that were coming up and all of a sudden they blew up, I've watched other people make videos about them just by mentioning their name. Their videos get more views. Their videos get more interaction. Their people on their page start seeing your page. And it's just it's a way of clout stealing for sure. But at the same time, I don't feel like that's entirely clout stealing, because you're allowed to do that at all times. Like YouTube doesn't frown on that, you know? So when I say to you, is this really what you want to do? And if it is, and your answer is yes, I truly want to be a YouTuber, then you want to know what comes with it and know the pitfalls that are out there. It's a lot of pitfalls, bro. A lot of pitfalls. It's so much easier getting there versus staying there. Just like, what was that movie? That movie was Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon and I don't know her name because she was a blip in time, bro. Anyways, you know who I'm talking about. She said, it's not about getting into the cool club, it's about staying in. People can get in all the time. You could find a trend that you did that blew your account up, and you're there, but can you keep it? I can have someone come over here and light my fire, right? But if they don't keep coming back to light my fire when it starts to dim, then I won't be able to light my own fire and keep it lit. I won't be able to keep it lit, man. And that is unfortunately the name of the game. Hence why every one of your people that you watch has to do something to hit the news. How do I stay on the news? And that's why Logan Paul and Mr. Beast and KSI are so good at it, because they have to hit the news with something, and they know that controversy sells. Controversy sells so much faster than just trying to be, hi guys, this isn't a kid show. This isn't a kid show, okay? So if you want to stay in right now, this is a trend. What I'm doing right now is a trend. This trend won't work soon enough, and I'll have to transition into something else. This won't always work. I need to be able to continue this route though. So things have got to get better. Things have got to get better. So when I start making money from this, I need to invest in these things and not be like, okay, I'm balling out. Let's say I started making $15,000, $20,000 a month. And I'm like, hey man, baller, balling out. You start spending all your money instead of investing it. Then when things start to die down, that 15 turns into like 6 or 7. And then 4 or 5, you know what I mean? You start feeling like, oh no, it's panic mode. You got barely any money. You still got to pay your bills. And it's like, that's how people lose control. If I can invest this money to make this keep going, that's the best way for you to keep that fire lit. Another way would be to catch another creator that's smaller than you. They don't know the game, and try and collaborate with them, because they're already on the rise up. It's already lit. There's nothing like the first time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's nothing like the first time. Every artist understands that. Drake said it himself. He said, yo, your first year, just enjoy it so much, because I didn't get a chance to enjoy mine. It blew by so quick that I was already on to the next moment, the next moment, the next moment. And now here I am looking back like, wow, man, I really wish I could have enjoyed that first year more, because that felt better than it does year 6. The reason why is because it's so brand new. It's like, wow, bro. It's like if you bought a brand new car, a car you always wanted, you had no idea you'd ever own it, and now you own this car. Your first week with that car is going to be so much better than it 5 years from now. Just be another car at that point, right? And that's exactly what this is. You're just another creator on the board. And the only way to keep your fire lit is to do what the vampires are doing out here, man. Or recreate yourself multiple times into infinity. Eminem said that best. He said, make an album, now do yourself. And then repeat that 100 million more times. And that's what a rap career is. And just, I mean, you gotta think about how much money Eminem even has, right? And he still thinks about those things of like, dang, man, like I really don't want them to not like this album. I'm making this album as good as I can and the best I could do, and all the things and the ups and downs. This sucks, that sucks. I can't wait to put this out, and all this stuff, and all these trying to still feel good about what you're doing at such a late age too. Like, hey, what is Eminem, 50 years old now? Over 50? I don't even know. He's old. He's old though, right? And he still has to reach down into the people that he would never even rap with before if his fire was as lit as it once was, to continue his clout run. Everyone has to do it. They always have to do it. So right now when you blow up, someone's gonna do that to you. Just don't take it personal. It's just business. Figure out a way for you guys to both benefit off of it, and you'll be good. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you got a little bit of information from this video, just a little bit, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!